And I spilled cheer wine all over myself. Okay.
Okay, question of the day, John.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't the Pikachu get into the pirate movie?
Because it was rated R.
No.
Good. We are about to roll.
It was rated Arceus, according to what someone wrote here. Question of the day,
Okay, I just heard it, so it sounds good.
Oh boy.
And
Okay, so we're good now then?
yep, I believe so. So the stream is just starting.
Oh wow, we actually do.
Oh, gotta mute the stream. Alright. Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning, or almost morning. We got 30 minutes to go, but it's morning somewhere, so that's the important thing. Anyhow, welcome to the Q&A stream that was randomly just put together by myself and KGPrestige.
Hey yo.
I take a
Yeah,
sip
that's all I
of.
gotta say for
I,
now.
I had to take a sip of my soda, so there was that awkward pause there. So, before we officially begin, please tell me if there are any audio issues. I just heard the stream, so it didn't sound like there was anything wrong with it. But if there is,
Yeah, seriously, folks. Let us know about if there is any situations that you hear from this, cause you know,
yeah, we need to hear from you guys. Just
we're,
see
we're
what's up.
totally professional people, folks. You know, we want to be the most professional things out there, or I don't even know.
Yeah.
Morning. It's 8:30 p.m. Well, you know, it's 11:30 where I'm at, and I believe it's also for you as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Eastern time,
Oh,
best time. Let's go.
yeah. So, everything's all good. Okay, everybody's saying that there is no audio issues as of this moment, so I think that is a good sign to go and start things off. Then,
Okay, I got
what do you?
this. I got this weird issue with my comments. Like they're coming in at a flood. So are your comments looking okay?
Yeah, they're moving in perfectly fine.
Okay. All right.
Alrighty then.
All right then. Well, anyhow, I'll let you get the questions then. So you guys can go ahead and start submitting your questions because this is a Q&A stream. Oh, my buddy Yellow
Yeah.
Swallow in here says, "Did you ever get that shiny Luxio?" No, we are saving that for the next shiny hunting stream. I can't guarantee that'll be the next shiny hunting stream. It might be a battle stream and then another shiny hunting stream. So.
Oh, okay. There's an audio issue right here. Apparently, Munchin Orange sounds a little bit different.
Oh
Well then.
yeah, that is an audio issue. I'm sorry. Munching Orange, you're gonna have to fix your mic real quick.
Okay, let me try to see if I can change my voice. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, let's see if let's start off with one question by Arturo Sanchez
How many
Rojas,
how
who
many people are in
asks,
here? 51 already. Wow.
"Wow,
Okay.
that's insane."
That
All
is.
right.
Usually it starts off slow.
Yeah, and we apologize, folks, in advance for the random, out of nowhere live stream, but hey, that's us. So.
Yeah, I just came on Skype and KG was like, "Hey, you want to stream?" And I was like, "Okay."
Sure, let's go do that. All
So
right, so
yeah. All right. God, these
oh,
comments are going by so fast.
yeah, I already got the first question right here.
Okay.
All right, by Arturo Sanchez Rojas, who asks, if Ash's Charizard does come back, what should he do and don't do while hanging with the X and Y family?
Oh, well, what he shouldn't do is that he shouldn't be beating up on people like he did with Pig Knight in Best Wishes. I mean, because the entire
Oh,
time,
that's awesome.
I don't know, the entire time he was there in Best Wishes, he was just beating up on Pig Knight for like no reason whatsoever. And now, I don't know. I think he's gonna be there for a bigger role in the XY series. I mean, definitely we have the whole Mega Evolution thing to look forward to. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm honestly, well, speaking about Charizard, as many people already know, Charizard is one of my favorite characters because of the fact that, you know, he was my first Pokemon. So I have a lot of love for this Charizard. With that being said, one of the things I hope we get to see with Charizard returning X and Y, of course, is the big Mega Evolution. You know, that's one of the things I'm really personally looking forward to with that. I want to see Mega Charizard Y come in and destroy everything in its path. That is the one thing I would love to see the most, in all honesty. And what I would not want to see it do is this was something I actually was gonna make a discussion about. is that, should Charizard be a permanent member or should it be a temporary member
Ooh.
and only last in the specific arc that it's going to be showcased within? Most notably, the one that everybody's asking for being a Team Flare.
Yeah,
So
that is the question. I mean, is he going to be around for Team Flare or the League? Because people are thinking, Goodra will come back, but will Goodra be back for the League or the Team Flare arc, or other way around for Charizard? I mean, you can't fit both Goodra and Charizard as permanent team members at the same time. Granted, I don't think Goodra will come back for a permanent team member, because why would you even release him in the first place? But anyhow, I think we rambled a little bit too long here. I got a question here from Seander. He says, what made you guys start PokeTubing? That's a very good question, actually.
all right. So who's going to be starting this one then?
If you want to start this one, because I started the last one.
Okie dokie. For me, when I just began doing this, and I have a whole history about this, before I even began doing Poke related stuff, my channel was originally about Let's Plays, and if you still go to my channel to this point, all those videos still exist on that channel. It wasn't until then I was watching a YouTuber who went under the name of The Insane Game Freak, who was doing reviews for the Best Wishes
I
series.
remember that guy. He was
Yeah,
the yeah, I remember him.
and he said that he wasn't really going to be doing like episodic reviews of the Pokemon X and Y series. So I thought, hey, I think it would be awesome to try this out. I don't see a lot of people discuss the anime as much as I thought it should have been. And I thought, hey, let me just give this a shot and try this out. And I was really happy to see a lot of people, giving good positive feedback when I began my first episode review, and I felt like maybe that was the start of something for me. So I began doing more and then adding discussions and predictions, and well, here I am right now. So I'm just very happy to see that the decision I made was really well worth the whole trip. Since I began doing the beginning of X and Y, so I'm very happy that I'm doing the reviews right now. What about for you though, John? How did you begin doing all of this?
Well, for me, I actually didn't really ever consider being a YouTuber until late 2010. I saw a YouTuber by the name of John Carlo Paramango 11. Some of you guys may know him because he's been in some drama lately with a lot of other people like Tyrone and whatnot. But that's besides the point. Anyway, he was making walkthroughs on Pokemon Black and White in Japanese when that game first came out in September 2010. And I just came home from school one day, came down the basement and booted up my laptop, and I was like, you know what? I really want to find out some stuff about Pokemon Black and White. And I wasn't going to watch too much to completely spoil myself, but I ended up watching his entire LP, and it was hilarious. And I was like, you know what? I want to start doing Pokemon-related guides like this guy is doing. And so I started off doing walkthroughs, and that's not exactly the best way to get yourself up to the top, I quickly learned, so I just branched out to other stuff. But that's basically it. Just his videos of him commentating on a Pokemon game was simple enough reason for me.
Oh, okay then. So I think we answered that question as the best as we can. So I guess we'll move on to the next question here, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see right
I
here if
see
I
it. I
can
see a good
find
one
them.
right here. Goldenrod City
Oh,
Brad, will you ever do live meetups to KG or JPR?
I would love to do live meetups. I think that would be pretty awesome
That
to try
would
to
be
go into
that would
something
be
like
pretty
that.
cool. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I tried to do a live meetup at the Pokemon World Championships last year, but I only had like 2 people come by. So, uh,
Hey, two people is two people, but at the end of the day, at least interacting with someone wherever you're at is always just the best feeling in the world when you just meet someone who's enjoyed your content and it's like, oh, by the way, I know who you are. I love your videos and all that. Whenever I hear something like that, it always just puts a little something like in my heart that feel that I think I'm doing something right. So I always do the best that I can to try to interact with as much as I can with the subscribers and all. And hopefully within the future, as we continue to grow, more and more, we can do a live meetup. I would love to do a live meetup. I don't know how exactly it's gonna work, but I think it would be pretty awesome.
same. I
Just
think
have
if I can ever get the money to go to like a big convention, like there was something like VidCon or something like that happened recently. And there were a lot of
yeah,
YouTubers
VidCon.
there. And of course, Pokemon World Championships is a really, really big one, or Symphonic Evolutions. And if you guys live in the Pittsburgh area, I will be going back to Symphonic Evolutions in January for that show. So if you guys are going to come meet me there, it's going to be like 3 feet of snow on the ground because it's Pittsburgh in January. But hey, it happens. I'll be there. I actually used to live in Pittsburgh, fun fact. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now that we're talking about it, have you ever watched a symphonic concert? You said you already went there before,
yeah,
right?
I went to the inaugural event for the Friday night before the Pokemon World Championships last August in DC. That was about a year ago, actually. So yeah, I went to the very first performance ever of Symphonic Evolutions, and it was great. Granted, the crowd was a little more rowdy than at most shows. I hear that they've calmed down just a little bit. I mean, there's still a little bit of cheering, but yeah, it was a very nice thing, and I hear that the Pittsburgh Symphony absolutely nailed the last one. So I really want to go and see how they do it.
Ah, okay. It's really awesome to hear different experiences about people watching concerts, something like this. Because I went to the symphonic concert that they held over here in Madison Square Garden at New York, and it was just so awesome to just see so many people. Because the thing is, I went with my mother that day, and we both went to go and watch the symphonic concert, and we just had a blast going through all of the history of the Pokemon stuff. But
Yeah.
one of the best things I personally loved about it was just seeing the fan reactions, them saying, "Oh my God, this song is playing," or "Who's that Pokemon?" Like before, like the concert start, they usually would have these screens that would say, "Who's that
Oh, I
Pokemon?"
remember that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and some people would just be like, "It's a picture of a frog deer." And somebody's just screaming over there in the background. You just hear random Torchic, and I'm like,
Yeah, YouTube
"What
people
is
say
wrong
it's
with you?"
Pikachu, and there'd be like a Groudon silhouette. that was the funniest thing. My buddy Yellow Swallow says, "Do you guys want to be not pasta, taco tubers?" That's a good idea. That's a good idea. But I decided to point that out randomly before I went to the YouTube oblivion of comments. So yeah, taco tuber. That's coming soon. Uh, we're not gonna be like Etika World Network doing. We're not gonna have Gordon Ramsay following us on Twitter. Maybe we can dream. We can dream. But if Gordon Ramsay ever follows us, then yeah, you can expect
Live stream
reactions.
with Gordon Ramsay.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Live stream with Gordon Ramsay right now. Invite him to the call.
Yeah, let me just go call him up real quick. I have his number totally. No, I
Mm-hmm.
don't. Okay, so let's see right here. What is your favorite video game by Silent Eagle?
Silent Eagle.
Yeah, they ask favorite video game.
Oh, I thought that
Uh,
was like a company, Silent Eagle. I thought not the
oh no
commenter.
no no no.
Okay, I was really confused for a second. I was really confused. If you want my favorite Pokemon game, then Pokemon Black and White is my favorite because it's the only Pokemon game that actually has like a really in-depth plot. I also like Pokemon Gold a lot because Gold is one of my first games I ever played. So Gold is really nice and nostalgic. But if it's not a Pokemon game, ooh, that's tough. If it's not a Pokemon game, I mean
I already know my answer for that one.
Super Smash Brothers for either Melee or Wii U, both are great. I like the 3DS version as well because it's portable. I still feel like that's too cliche of an answer, you know? NASCAR 2005. They don't really change the NASCAR games too much at all, but that's a really good one for GameCube, and I still play that. Like even I played that today actually, and that's still a really fun game. It's just the funnest NASCAR game in my opinion. They haven't been good ever since then. The last 10 NASCAR games have been garbage. So just
Wow,
that one
that's
game.
a lot then.
Yeah, just that one game though. They hit the nail on the head. That's my favorite.
For me personally, my favorite game till this day, because there's a lot of meaning behind it, is Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo from way, way back then. I had like a really big story about how I got that game from. I used to go and visit a friend's, a relative's house, and this kid that was, part of the relative, was playing a system that I had no idea what he was playing. I was like, what is this kind of crazy contraption he had going on here? And it turns out it was a Super Nintendo, and he had a game called Yoshi's Island during that time. And when I just saw the game back then, it just looked so, futuristic. Like this is the future right here and all that. And a week later, after I finished playing Yoshi's Island over at my relative's house, my mother bought me the Super Nintendo, and I just got hooked in that game just so quick. That is my favorite game till this day. Like how many years has it been since that game came out? 20 something, like maybe
Oh
years.
yeah, it's been a
it's
while.
it's been out since for a very long time, and Yoshi's Island is still till this day. I don't care how many times I said it, but it still is my favorite game just because of how well that game is. The controls are great, the music is great, the art style that they went with that game is just phenomenal, and I'm just gonna ramble on for another hour, so I'll just end from there. But yeah, for favorite video game, Yoshi's Island is the big one. For favorite Pokemon game, on the other hand, though, I really want to say Black and White as well, because they did a lot about that. In Black and White, being obviously a much bigger story, it having like pretty much two games that connect with each other, being the sequel,
Yeah.
which is the first within the series.
Mm-hmm.
So this game really did a lot so well, and I cannot deny the music in that game is just
Oh
phenomenal.
yes, the music is a great selling point. I actually remember when we were first learning stuff about Gen 5 before the games came out, I was convinced it was going to be the worst generation ever because they were saying, okay, no more old Pokemon, just new Pokemon. I was like, are you serious? I can't live without Zubat and Magikarp. What are you doing to me? And then I found out that the new Pokemon, I didn't mind them at all. I mean, I actually liked the fact that if you were a new player or really experienced player, that you were going back to the same clean slate as everybody else. And that really kind of leveled the playing field. And all the new moves, tons of new Pokemon, tons of new moves, tons of new abilities. The hidden abilities, yes. I mean, there were just so many really good things there. And now I'm just wondering, why don't they reboot Pokemon every generation? Because that was such a good idea. But anyway, we should probably move on to the next question. Uh,
Yeah, I got one right here.
okay.
It actually has in relations towards talking about games, but it says here, what games are you looking forward to playing in the distant future? This is a question by Mucha Holucha, someone that I see consistently over at Twitter.
Yep,
So,
yep.
hello there, by
I,
the
I
way.
know Mucha Holucha, yeah. How's he doing? How's he doing? Good.
Yeah, and they also want to talk about the salty Amore shipping
Oh
image.
no. Oh
we'll,
no.
we'll get into that one a little bit later. So, is there any games you're looking forward to playing in the distant future? I mean,
Well, I've kind of resorted to just Pokemon games in my old age, which isn't very old at all. But anyway, actually, I'm just down to Pokemon now. So, Super Mystery Dungeon is looking really good. KG and I actually did a discussion on that, and that's gonna be uploaded over the next week. I'm going on vacation tomorrow, and
yeah.
gonna have to drive for 4 hours to the beach. But anyhow,
You heard it here first, folks.
Yep. So we have a discussion coming later this week. Me and KG, it's like 50 minutes long, and every time I do a discussion with KG, I always think it can't get any longer than this, and then it always does. So you know what? Maybe one day we'll have like
It's kind of a thing.
yeah, and this live stream's probably gonna top that, so we'll have a longer live stream after that. But anyhow. Oh yeah, that the people talking about the scans now. See, everybody's all
Yeah,
about
it's like,
the
we're
more
not
shipping
talking about it
scan.
because I mean I'm still salty. I
I
still
know. I was so salty. I saw that, and it was. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, there was this scan that came out today. It was fake, obviously, but there was this scan of like it was Serena, and like her reflected in her eye was Ash, and Ash said, "Serena, I really like you," and she's like blushing crazy, and everybody was just flipping crap until your buddy Momo came on Twitter and just wanted to be a party pooper and be like, "Yeah, guys, this is DeviantArt stuff. We've seen this
Hey,
before."
look, I'm not gonna deny Momo. I have to thank Momo for
Yeah,
telling me this in advance because without a doubt,
we
it's
would have
everybody.
all been making videos on it had he not said that.
Yeah, that's the thing. We would have just been like making an hour discussion, and then
hmm
like after the hour discussion is done, everybody's gonna be like, "Hey, by the way, that thing is fake," and I'll be like, "Huh?"
Yeah. Please say that's a joke.
Please. It's April 1st, right?
Yeah. Ooh, will
Oh.
Ash see his past rivals in the Callos League?
Ooh, well, by past rivals, do they mean from like back in the Best Wishes saga and before that?
I guess so. I guess so.
In all honesty,
Gary's not
not
a trainer anymore, so he's a
no, he's converted to a professor at this point.
he
Uh,
converted to Professor Okienity, so he's in a different religion of the Pokemon world now. So, who was this Johto? Oh, that was also Gary. What about Hoenn? Oh, Morrison. Morrison didn't really have much of a. I can't see Morrison because he was. I can maybe see Paul, maybe not competing, but just being like there as a cameo or something along the lines. I would like to see Paul again, not as a mainstream rival or even in the league, but just to see him again.
At least a cameo.
Yeah, at least just a little bit of Paul because Paul was great. And same thing with Gary. Even if Gary isn't a trainer anymore, I'd like to see him again. Barry possibly, even though he wasn't that big of a rival. Bianca, same thing. Actually, believe it or not, Stefan or oh god, I don't even remember what
Stefan.
I don't even remember what his name was because the characters messed it up so much. I don't even know if it was Stefan or Stefan anymore.
You know who? You know what's the one character I don't want to see be brought into this?
Who?
That one character who just got introduced so late into the Best Wishes series.
Oh
What was
no,
his name again?
Cameron.
Cameron,
That was the
Cameron.
worst battle. That was the worst battle in the anime history. Ash versus Cameron, final
Ash
round.
versus Trip was worse, but yeah.
Oh yeah, well those were pretty
That's
bad
for
as
another
well.
day before people decide to go and counteract.
Holy crap! I can make a whole rant video. That is my least favorite episode of the entire anime. Is the Unova League Evolution because the Japanese title actually spoils the fact that Ash is going to lose because it says Unova League Final Battle, and you're like, okay, he's only in the top 8. There's no way he can knock out 3 battles in one episode, so you know he's gonna lose. That's a spoiler right there in the title. And plus, Lucario's like freaking OP in the anime, so like Lucario never loses. Like you notice when Ash battled Maylene for the Veilstone Gym Badge, he actually tied in the battle. It's the only gym battle he's ever tied in because Lucario can't lose in the anime. So Lucario is just like the writer's just like, yeah, you know what? He had his own movie, so this guy's not gonna lose. So that was
Huzzah! Finally, in X and Y, we finally get to see a Lucario get taken out.
yes, finally we see Mega Lucario go down to Pikachu. I was so
Oh,
satisfied.
Yeah, that makes it better. It's
So
Mega
satisfied.
Lucario.
I know. So satisfying.
Oh boy, I'm just so I'm very happy with the direction that they're going with X and Y so far, and hopefully they continue to surprise me in terms of what we could be expecting within the future of the series. It seems like we're going to be seeing some real good stuff. And one of the big things I'm hoping for, come on, we got to see Gujo come back.
Definitely.
At least like a return, like how they did with Lapras.
Yeah, just a little, or even Gliscor's return. Even Gliscor's return, because
Yeah, if they did it for Gliscor, if they did it for Lapras, if they did it for every other Pokemon that Ash has.
I remember being so salty about Gliscor's return though because they made it look like Charizard out in the distance. They purposely they purposely did that. They made it look like it was Charizard flying in from the sky, and it was poorly lit, so everybody thought it was Charizard. And I was like, I can't believe it. It's Gliscor, and we're just like, oh, that's okay, but it's not what we wanted.
All right then. I guess we can move on to another question. Let's see if we can find one right here. So.
Let's see. Yeah, everybody's just talking about the whole Unova League thing now. Nobody's really talking about questions.
Whoops.
Oh yeah, nobody has. What type of animals do you want the next set of stars to be based on? No, I have a video coming out for that soon. I'm not gonna spoil that. I'm sorry if KG.
Can I at least say something for that?
Okay, KG can say something because I have a video planned for that very soon. So I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay, so the question is what was it about? What type of animals do you want the next set of starters to be based on?
Yeah, that was it.
Let's see. So far, we got a lizard, we got chickens, we got foxes, turtles. I want to see a dog.
Dog.
A cat.
Doge. Cat.
And a bird.
Yeah. Ooh, a bird for sure. That
It's
would like
the
that.
most common thing, like right now, I could think of.
Because why not?
Yeah, because why the heck? The dog will evolve into like a wolf-related one. The cat will evolve into like a lioness, I guess. And the bird will just evolve into a bigger bird.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say in terms of that. I just want to see a dog starter type of Pokemon. I think that would be pretty awesome. Unless there exists, then I just don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll move from that one because, of course, as you mentioned, you are in the works on that.
Yes,
video.
I cannot say anything. I'm straining myself so hard right now from bursting out and saying something because I actually have a really.
Okay, so let's move on.
All right. Will Bonnie take advantage of Amore? Ooh.
Oh, that is really.
Hashtag Bonnie knows. Okay.
Bonnie knows. Like,
That's yeah. I don't know. I really don't know if they're just putting that in there for a teaser. If Bonnie's actually gonna say something about the whole more shipping idea, but I don't. I really don't know. I'm gonna let you handle this one first because I'm on the fence.
oh, okay. So, ever since that announcement within that episode, because a lot of people were just so insane when that episode came out, when Bonnie knew. It was not because of Miet returning, it was because Bonnie knows about what was going on, and everybody just started freaking out. And then, episode, like magazine scans started releasing, and we started to get information about one of the future episodes being in regards to a mammal swine. And on one side, you get to see Ash and Serena in Mamoswine, and on the other Mamoswine, it was Clement and Bonnie.
Hmm.
And a lot of people, myself included, all thought that because of the fact that Bonnie knows, she was probably going to do something to, get the two separate from one another,
Yeah,
being
I
Clement and
remember.
Bonnie.
I remember that. I remember people thinking all that, but never
Yeah, it
quite.
never happened, but I
Never
still
shook
liked
out
it.
that way. I just saw another question flash by.
Yeah, okay, I did mention this before in the previous video, but I still want to mention it again. In the series finale, which is going to be very, very hard to accept, of X and Y, if the characters are all going to be moving on their own separate paths, the second to last episode, I want Bonnie to do her gag on Serena and Ash. And that let that be like to be concluded type of moment, and then we have to wait till next week for
Oh,
when
you
that
you mean
episode comes.
like the Ash? Will you take Serena or something like that? Like what she does with Clement and all those girls.
Yeah, you remember back, I think it was episode 5 or episode 6, where it literally left it off and it's like, Ash, do you remember me?
Yes, I remember that. That was such a good cliffhanger there.
Imagine if they do something like that, but with Bonnie.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh my god, I will be happy, but so pissed at the same
I can
time.
feel my blood pressure rising right now at the thought of that and all the suspense. My God. That is just that's too much. That is too much for me to comprehend. Is that wow? That would be cruel. That would be pretty cruel. And then imagine no preview for next week's episode. Sorry guys, we're not even gonna show you 30 seconds of the next episode. We're
We're
just
not even
gonna
going to show you the next series at all. We're just going to keep it all blank.
we're just gonna leave you guys in the dark. Totally. Yeah.
Hey, I will love that because that will make more suspense right there.
I saw this one
So,
question go by a while ago, and I don't remember who posted it, but it was, "What is your least favorite episode of the Pokemon XY series?"
oh, it's by Yoshi Kart GCN, it
Oh,
says here.
okay, okay. Thank you, Yoshi.
Okay. Oh yeah. Hey Yoshi, you're my favorite character, by the way. Least favorite episode of X and Y. That's easy. That's so easy. That is so easy.
I
It's the Two Brothers episode.
Oh yes, I was thinking of that one. The Two Brothers episode is very. It's one of those everyone wins type of deals that they've done so many times before in the anime, and you're just like, can
It
we?
hurts so much.
Yes. The one before that, there were two episodes that were really bad back
Yeah,
to
the
back.
Wigglytuff one with
Yeah,
Salamence.
the Wigglytuff one. I feel like that episode was just made purely to say, "Hey guys, look, Fairy is immune to Dragon," but you would have known that if you played the games. But here's something for the anime people, just in case. Uh, so I feel like that episode was just made for that purpose alone. And then, I don't know. I don't know if this episode's bad or if it was just predictable. But the recent time travel episode,
Oh,
yeah.
that's so weird. How is there a time machine built into the
I
elevator?
think that was more of Rotom's power than the actual elevator itself, but
No Pokemon can do something like that. Oh wait, Dialga.
well, yeah. But
Rotom can't do that to an
that's
elevator.
that's true, but it's just too predictable with a Rotom episode because you know it's always gonna take advantage of Rotom's forms. It was cool the first time it did it with the old Chateau episode, and they were all being chased around by Rotom's different forms. I thought that was a pretty entertaining episode for the Diamond and Pearl series, but in this episode, it was just like, "Hey Rotom, hit him with Hydro Pump, then go back and change appliances, then come back." And it was just like for 10 straight minutes, you could have just closed your eyes, muted the TV, and be like, "Okay, I know exactly how this episode's gonna go."
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
yeah,
But I would say the best moment I loved from the time travel episode was that one moment where Rotom consistently changing into these various forms.
Hmm.
And then at the last and final form, when it turned into the grass type form, it just plowed through the door.
Yeah, it just like it just knocks on the door, but it's like, what's back there? And then it just comes
That was
knocking
great.
through. I also liked the reference to the old Chateau TV in there because if you notice, the TV that Rotom goes into to show Ash and his friends the old flashback from like 10 years ago was actually like it was very very similar to the TV that you actually find Rotom in the games in the old Chateau and Diamond and Pearl. So I liked that little reference that was put in there.
Yeah. All right. So I think we answered that question to the best that we can. Let's see if we got any more.
Mucha Halucha says, "What is worse? What is Ash's worst companion?"
The worst companion. That is.
Tracy? Yeah, Tracy's just filler. I mean,
I just love how we both said that.
yeah. I kind of want to say Iris, but at least Iris has a little bit of character to her, even if it is annoying character. But Tracy's just there, you know. Like,
Yeah, I get it.
and even the anime director himself said, you know what, we just put him in there because we thought people would see Brock as a racist stereotype, and that was literally the only reason. So if the creator of the anime can admit that Tracy was his weakest creation, then I'm pretty sure we can all come to a consensus on that.
Yeah, I guess so. But you know, what can we do? It exists, and Tracy, to me personally, will still be the weakest. Now, mind you, I still enjoy Tracy for the moments that he did appear within the 10 episodes.
I'm actually hoping he
I
gets
don't
more
know how many
cameos.
episodes it was.
I'm actually hoping he gets more cameos because you notice it seems like every time there's something Tracy related, he's somehow noticeably absent. Like you notice at the end of the Best Wishes stuff, Ash was like, "Hey, Professor Oak, is Tracy here?" And he was like, "Oh no, he went off to see Misty in Cerulean City." And you're like, "Crap, no more Tracy." And then you go to further back in the series in Black and White or Best Wishes, Ash calls Professor Oak when he gets to Nimbasa City, and he says, hey, I'm here in Nimbasa City. I'm going after my 4th badge. And he's like, oh, would Tracy want to talk to you? Hey, Tracy, come here. And then Team Rocket cuts out the communications. And you're just like, wow, Tracy just gets all of his anime appearances just blocked by some random way, shape, or form, you know?
Yeah, I understand that.
So,
So I guess we can move on to the next question.
yeah, you see one? Da, 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 da. What is one arc or event that you would like to see in the XY series that we haven't seen in a long time in the overall anime series? From Alpha Eevee. Ooh.
Can you repeat that again?
What is one arc that you'd really like to see in the XY series that we haven't seen in a while in the anime? Define a while, because a Team Flare arc can be very similar to a Team Plasma or Team Galactic arc, so I don't know.
What about Battle Chateau?
Huh?
Battle Chateau.
Oh
the one they had
yeah,
early-
yeah. I remember Ash said something to Grant like, "Hey, I'll come back to the Battle Chateau in one day, and we'll have another battle." I feel like they should follow that up. Where I don't know how he's gonna get back to the Battle Chateau, provided that's all the way on the other side of the region now. But I'd like to see something like that.
Yeah, at least just one episode, just something. But yeah, in all honesty, besides Team Flare, the Battle Chateau is what I would love to see, be brought into X and Y because it looks like it has potential to do great. If if there's one thing I can praise about Best Wishes is that I really enjoyed the tournament arcs that they had.
Oh yes,
Where they brought
yes.
all of the characters from rivals to just surprising characters that you honestly never imagined would appear there.
Like the club
And just have them all
explosion,
duke it out.
the club explosion, the club battle. I liked the first club battle the most when it ended with Ash versus Iris. I thought that was a good one. The club's.
I also love the one with Silent versus Trip.
Oh yes, where Silent just defeats Trip and he's just like,
Yeah,
oh
it showcases that he really is a gym leader, so I was very happy with that.
I liked that because normally Ash's like non-female companion always gets thrashed. Like if it was Brock, he got thrashed. If it was Tracy, he got thrashed. If it's Clement, he gets thrashed. But Silent was able to demonstrate his skills in that one battle, and that's what I really liked about that one battle in particular.
Yeah. Hey, I guess that can we can move on to the next question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I got one from here. It's by Flip, and they ask, here's a question: what is the worst show you have ever watched? I don't know if it's
Oh,
anime. No.
I can say that without a doubt in my mind. Teen Titans Go because it purposely tramples on my childhood.
High five on that one,
Yes,
eh?
virtual high five. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Now, mind you, I still get a few chuckles here and there, but I still don't like what they did. I just don't. I
Yeah,
really
let's
don't.
butcher the animation and add more comedy than there was before. I mean, Teen Titans, despite being a dark superhero themed show, still managed to put in some really good humor from time to time in the original series. And Teen Titans Go is just like, let's take the humor that we already had and just blow it out of proportion. And I don't
Make
know.
everybody chibi.
Yeah, and then just make everybody chibi for like no reason whatsoever because it's funny for some reason. I have no idea, but yeah, it seems like they made an excuse to make lazy animation and stuff like that, and yeah, it's just, and they make so many rehashes of older Teen Titans episodes. Like there are many episodes that are just complete redos of earlier Teen Titans episodes that just get squashed.
Yeah.
So
All right then. So I guess we'll move on to another question. Let me see if I can find another one here. Oh, here we go. Alpha Evie asks, will we ever get to see the rest of the Elite Four within the X and Y series? And you know what? I hope we do.
I
Because I think these characters are really well. Because and just one in particular, the Fire Elite Four.
Definitely Malva, because
What was it?
Malva has that interesting Team Flare connection.
Exactly. So it would make perfect sense if there was going to be a Team Flare arc. Just have her included, like maybe before it actually begins. You never know.
I don't know if Wickstrom will make an appearance, because I can't think of anything like special that Wickstrom would
We
do.
already know one of them made an appearance as of this point.
Yeah, and Wickstrom did make the cameo appearance in Deontay and Cocoon of Destruction. It's, of
With
course, Seabold.
the Mega Evolution Act.
Yeah, Seabold was in the Mega Evolution Act. But with Drasna, I can actually kind of see Drasna because she has that whole like ancient dragon Pokemon connection. Like she was born in Celestic Town. Maybe they could find an excuse to bring Cynthia back again. I don't know. I don't know. I'm actually kind of hoping if one person comes back from a previous series in particular, that's actually Benga, because Benga was never shown in the anime. He was Alder's grandson, for those of you guys who didn't know, and I kind of hope that we see him in the anime in some form. Even though Best Wishes is behind us, I'd like to see him either appear in a Gen 6 game or in the Gen 6 anime. I don't know why. I just really think that he needs some more light on his character, you know? KG? KG? Did the call drop? Hello? Okay.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can.
Oh, okay.
People lost that, by the way, from what I'm.
Okay. That went really staticky for a minute. Okay, so we're having some issues here with KG and the call. I can't hear him at all, or when I do, he's very silent. So I'm just gonna keep taking questions because I don't know what to do right now. It says the call is fine. Anyhow, I'm gonna take a question right now. Let's see. Ooh. Will Ash continue as the leader for the next generation? Like the leader of his crew, because you notice he's kind of like the mentor to Serena, and he also kind of gives Clement his determination. Bonnie's kind of like, she looks up to Ash as well. I hope Ash continues to be the mentor, because I like Ash in that spot. He doesn't need to be reduced to a little kid anymore. I hope KG comes back soon, because this is really leaving me in an awkward situation.
You're so lonely.
Okay, there he is. There he is. It's kind of staticky, but...
Yeah, guess what I just did? I just smacked the router.
Oh, you smashed the router. Okay, good.
Oops.
That helps. Okay, so it's kind of staticky, but I'm pretty sure it'll come back.
Yeah, just little by little.
Okay, there. It's better now. It's better now.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, it just had to slowly pick up. Sorry about that.
All right. Okay, we're good now. I don't even remember what question I was on because I got distracted.
Internet decided to die on me because they knew.
Yeah. Okay. Who is least favorite to least favorite? Brock, Silent, or Clement? Ooh,
that
that's
is toughy.
that
Well,
is
actually,
tough.
Brock's at the bottom.
Brock's at the bottom.
Well,
From
no. This is
that's
no because
that is
okay. The
tough.
reason why I'm gonna put Brock in the bottom, in all honesty, is because there were so like Brock has been in so many episodes, but they never really progressed his character until like the last two episodes where he appeared in, and I felt like they could have done so much before then, but they decided to kind of rush it at the last minute.
Yeah, that now that you mention that, I don't know. I still like Brock for his gag. I feel like it was better than Silent's I'm a connoisseur of everything gag. Although at some point in the series, Silent did become. I did like Silent a bit better than Iris after about the halfway point. Because I remember I was just renouncing Silent as soon as he joined the scene. I was like, he's not Brock, he's not Brock. And then halfway through the series, I was just like, okay, I can get over this. Silent's actually okay now. So, I don't know. I'm going to put Silent at the bottom. It's not by much, though, because I still like him in some ways. But I don't know. I just don't think he really stood out very much. I'm going to put Clement at the top, though, because Clement is hilarious. Clement's one of my favorite anime characters, period. I love Clement. His gag with the inventions blowing up and his little Route 4 remix theme that plays whenever he has the absurd invention. That's the best thing I love, is that he has an absurd invention for any situation that you would never see. Like, oh, hey, Ash fell into this parallel universe on the other side of this mirror, but I knew this was going to happen, so here's my device for the situation. And I love that about Clement, is that any absurd situation that you would never think of, he is somehow prepared for. So that's what I love the
I
most
don't
about
understand
Clement.
how.
Yeah, that's why I love Clement.
Hey, quick question. Would you want me to invite Tyrone here to the stream as well? Seems like
Yeah.
Tyrone actually has time to come in and have some fun in the stream as well. Then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay then. So yeah, folks, we're gonna add Tyrone to the fun as well.
I've
right
I've
after
actually
these,
never spoken to
commercial
Tyrone,
messages.
so this is the first time.
Yeah, so we're gonna let me just add him here real quick and whoop. There we go.
Okay.
Yep. Hopefully we didn't.
Hopefully, it's picking up.
Yeah, it's picking up. All right then. So until then, let me just. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there he
A
is.
new challenger has appeared.
Ooh. Someone exploded. Hey, Tyrone.
What's up?
What's
Hey,
up, Tyrone?
Of course, before we start things off, this is the first time you two, met face to face in some form. So, Tyrone, I want to introduce you to John, and John to Tyrone.
Nice to meet you,
What's up,
Tyrone. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so we got, we're all here now to go and talk even more about that. Glad to have you in here, Tyrone.
Yeah, I just feel like, remember the Smash Brothers, Smash 3, where Sonic just beats Taboo and shows up out of nowhere?
Yeah, that's pretty much you at this point.
Waving my finger.
People are asking about getting Dane. Well, unfortunately, Dane
Yep.
is busy at the moment.
Dane works the night shift, guys. He has the hard
Yep.
life.
Yeah, but hey, at least maybe next time we can get Dane included. So, wait till future stream, I suppose.
Do you think Jesse and James will be replaced? That's a good question.
That would actually be pretty interesting, because Team Flare I think Team Flare's wacky enough for that.
That is true. Team Flare is pretty wacky, but I don't know. Even if Ash gets replaced at some point in the anime, for some reason, I feel like Jesse and James might be the only characters that they retain for the entire thing, just because they're there. They're very iconic. Maybe not as iconic as Ash, but if Ash has to get replaced, I still think that Jesse and James would be okay to come along. But I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, in all honesty, I think it would be pretty awesome to see a new replacement. And you mentioning about Team Flare, because they look like those type of characters that could go beyond, ridiculous and just do wacky stuff that you honestly never would imagine. Some like maybe brushing their hair or something. I don't know.
Yeah, here's the thing, every time you battle one, I believe they have those little, poses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the little...
So I can imagine it's some two Team Flare members in suits just doing those poses.
Yes, I can too.
Who would their side Pokemon be though? Talking
Oh gosh.
Well, they use fire Pokemon.
Talking
so-
Litleo.
Yeah, talking Litleo. Let's go. I can actually see that. A Litleo standing on two legs, kind of like Meowth. That actually looks good in my mind.
Team Flare spewing fashion at the speed of flame.
By the way, guys, I just got confirmation by Silent Eagle. Ash isn't the main character. Jesse and James are. Oh,
Oh my god.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The
okay.
Adventures of Jesse and James.
All of
The,
this is the adventures of them.
the only thing, John, I would have to like think about with what you said is I'm trying to figure out where the transition would go. Like, if a new main character comes into the series, is Jesse and James going to be like, forget Ash's Pikachu, we want this thing?
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
actually a
that
real.
is the main thing though. They're after Ash's Pikachu. I don't know because they've expressed interest in so many other Pokemon now. I really don't know. Maybe he'll just be like,
They get
hey,
blasted to another dimension.
yeah, maybe the new protagonist will pick up a strong Pokemon. Like I feel like if they are gonna pass the torch to a new protagonist, I feel like Ash will actually be there, present as the new protagonist picks up. So maybe Team
Yeah,
Rocket will see the transition from one protagonist to the other and be like, "Oh, this kid is an even tougher Pokemon than Ash's Pikachu. Let's hunt him instead." Uh,
right.
yeah. So maybe that is the whole secret behind the storyline. The story revolves around whoever Team Rocket follows, not that actual character themselves. Uh,
Yeah.
let's take a look at the new. Oh, there's a question right here from La Ciencia. Will Pikachu learn a new move?
Nope.
Mm, I,
Me and Tyrone already had a discussion about this,
Yeah.
and we agreed that no, we won't see one happening.
The
At least not in
only
this generation.
Yeah,
yeah.
because the only two electric moves that are iconic right now are Nuzzle and Parabolic Charge, and I don't
Yeah.
see Pikachu using either of
Yeah,
those.
I really
Pikachu can't
want to see
use
Purple.
Oh,
parabolic
I think that's
charge.
also the one that gave me all the explanation points. Thanks.
And then I can't see electric terrain because that's Luxray's thing, and like you said, Nuzzle. I mean, Nuzzle's the Dene's thing. At the beginning of
Yeah.
XY, I thought Nuzzle would be Pikachu's thing, but as we get further and further into the series, I'm thinking no. So maybe in Generation 7 or Generation 8, they gotta occasionally get Pikachu a new thing, and sadly, that will be when the Electro Ball is gonna be replaced, most likely, because I can't see Quick Attack or Iron Tail or Thunderbolt going, but
I'm with Dean. Pikachu needs to learn the move Evolve.
yeah, really, let's go. Thunderstone, come back,
Um,
please.
I really have to say though, if there's one thing I gotta praise Pikachu's moveset that's going on right now is how the anime is handling it. Most specifically,
Yeah.
Iron Tail. Out of all the moves, Iron Tail is actually being utilized very well within this series. You know,
Yeah.
having all the deflections with the balls and just whatnot. I feel like Pikachu's moveset that is being used right now is being used at its fullest potential than compared to, previous generations. So I'm very happy with the direction they're going right now. Although, it's kind of weird because you honestly never imagined that a signature move by Pikachu being a Volt Tackle would ever get replaced because I don't think anyone ever saw it. I thought a lot of people would have imagined it be permanent.
Yeah, same thing with
Yeah.
me. I thought that that Volt Tackle would always be around, but I guess Ash got rid of Volt Tackle because he doesn't like moves that do recoil damage. He doesn't like the thought of his Pokemon
Yeah.
damaging themselves, so I can see why he replaced it.
If you're
But
thinking about it game wise, I believe because Electro Ball is based off basically the speed. Like, how much faster is Pikachu than other Pokemon? Ash's Pokemon are known for being really fast, so the Electro Ball would actually be somewhat of a better move than, say, the Volt Tackle, just strictly because one, it doesn't have any recoil, two, Pikachu's really fast.
Yep.
I don't even think they've
So,
mentioned the whole mechanic of it being stronger when it's faster in the anime yet. Am I wrong?
No, they haven't. But for some reason, every season the anime gets that much closer to the game.
It seems that way, so I'm really surprised that they haven't mentioned that in the anime yet. But do we want to move on to the next question?
before we do that, though, somebody mentions to us that Oscar Gonzalez asks Pikachu should learn Draco Meteor. What do you
Oh
think
my,
on that?
what?
Let's calm down a
Knowing
little bit there. Let's calm down a little bit.
knowing Game Freak, they will make like a little dragon cosplayed Pikachu
Oh
that knows it.
gosh, oh gosh, like
Oh
the
yeah, now that you mention that,
Yeah,
it
they're
would be.
giving out Pikachu's that know Endeavor in the recent tournament, so
It doesn't know that move.
it can't learn Endeavor normally. No.
Oh well. Then
Oh, now we're
relearn.
now we're gonna see Fear Pikachu with Focus Sash, Endeavor, Quick Attack. Yeah, that's great, Game Freak. That's just what we needed. Another one of those things. So,
Oh, I see a question that I'm seeing a lot. Will Ash lose to Shota in the Callos League?
oh,
Oh.
Okay, can I start this one off?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to say Even if Ash was to lose in that battle, I want it to be a loss that actually can be considered a loss and not a BS type of move, where it's just gonna be like, oh, a Pokemon just evolved in the middle of the league
Cough,
match.
cough, Cameron. Cough, cough,
Yeah, and
Tobias.
I don't
Cough,
want to see
cough.
nothing like that. I want to see a legit finale of Greninja versus Sceptile right there, duking these two characters out with one another and literally finding out who's going to be on top. Because that, to me, right there, seems like
What's
it's the best way
happening?
to end it.
What's happening to Grova? This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
It's just going to start playing Volt.
Oh, God. That was the greatest remix I've ever heard. That was great.
Yes,
Download this remix on iTunes.
I can see Shinji Miyazaki composing that right now.
Composer confirmed. No, but really, like, in all honesty, I want an honorable loss. I want a loss that can be accepted by fans and be like, okay, as long as there's no BS legendaries or BS evolutions or a 6v5 that shouldn't have existed in the first place, then I'll be perfectly fine.
I feel like
Other than that, really.
I have the strange feeling that it's going to be a very close battle between Sceptile and Greninja, and then like halfway through the battle, Shota's being like, "Oh yeah, I can Mega Evolve, you can't, so let's go." And then Greninja just gets blown away. So I hope that doesn't happen. If anyone, I'm actually kind of thinking that Ash might lose to Tierno, because if you look at the facts, Tierno's Squirtle did beat his Froakie way back like in episode 40, and although Ash did obliterate Tierno before, that was just because he had Goodra. I mean, Goodra could like one-hit KO anything with Bide. So I feel like if Goodra's not there for the league, Tierno could get his revenge, and I hope that it's not going to be one of those characters they release at the last second, because that always seems to be the case.
I want to see a breakdancing Blastoise, so yeah.
Well, we already got breakdancing Frogadier, so let's just add breakdancing fight right here.
That's true. Let's go.
Oh boy. No, but really, it would just be awesome. Actually, now that I think about it, breakdancing Blastoise. Do you think Tierno will actually Mega Evolve?
Blastoise, you got to spin and cut around.
I can see Shota Mega Evolving, because maybe he'll be like, "Hey Lash, look, I met my idol Steven Stone, and he gave me a Keystone, because why not?" But I don't know. For Tierno, I don't think Tierno really has a reason to have a Mega Stone or Keystone, because I feel like if Tierno can get one, then anyone can. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, even in the games, I think the only rival you see get a Megastone in X and Y is your main rival. Everybody else just sort of has Pokemon.
Serena has a Mega Stone confirmed.
Oh, okay. Look, I got a really good question if we wish to move on.
Okay.
I think we talked about this a while back, Tyrone, but I think it'd be interesting to bring it back up. Is in regards to Serena's Breaksin. Do you see it evolving into a Delphox within the end of the series?
I mean, yeah, in the end, yeah, but not right now. Like, I think it should stay a Bracing for a while, actually.
I feel like and I think we mentioned this before, it fits Serena as of this moment. It looks so weird to see a Delphox doing dance moves and whatnot, because it doesn't seem like it can go anywhere.
Guys, breakdancing Blastoise, did we not pay attention?
Oh, look, the one dream that I'm hoping to see is breakdancing Pangoro. That's the one thing I'm looking forward to.
I can see like all the lights just falling over and the crowd being like, "Oh, can we get out of here, please?"
He just randomly activating Stone Edge while breakdancing there in the middle of it.
Oh lord.
Everything will just
Step it up the Pokemon edition with Pangoro versus Blastoise dance off.
There were 11 casualties that day.
Well, I mean, death is a thing in the X and Y.
It is. Death is everywhere.
Yeah.
PG is a big difference now. Everything can all happen now. So yeah, to me personally, I would prefer seeing Braixen evolve into Delphox within the finale of the series. So
yeah, I feel like the whole Arya thing has to be gone first. I feel like Arya's arc has to close, and the whole final Callos Queen showdown has to be done before Braixen can evolve. Because I don't know, having two Delphoxes on stage just seems like that would give too similar of a performance for them. Yeah, so
yeah, awkward.
I feel like it'll be one of those things like, okay, I'm pre-evolved, but since this isn't a battling type thing, in its tail and Delphox doesn't. Or does Delphox have a stick? A wand? or like in its sleeve or something
Delphox
like that.
has one in its like sleeve.
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
don't get it.
I don't know. I hope that there's something you do just because I'm pre-evolved. Final performance before it evolves into a Delphox.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, how do you think Serena's breaks in is even gonna? I don't know. There's something.
No, I hope they don't rehash with May. I think her Combuskin evolved into Blaziken.
And that was just one of those bullcrap Team Rocket.
This is bullshit.
They're just gonna play an ending song every time something evolves. It's probably the Skype call keeps dropping out because he's burning up the mics with all this fire.
His mixtape is too fire for this.
On the live stream early because Tyrone's just burning the place down. But just kidding. Anyway.
Okay, I got a question right here that somebody talked about. Well, actually, first of all, before I get into this one by Mucho Hulucha, I want to go talk about one that somebody mentioned in regards to Bonnie, and they're saying about because obviously Bonnie has been wearing all these various different Pokemon costumes. What other Pokemon costumes would you love to see Bonnie wear within the future of the X and Y series? Because in all honesty, I was still surprised she got a brand new costume, which was the Delibird one. In the Mammoth one episode.
I was kind of surprised by that too. I'm trying to think. What's a really cute Pokemon from X and Y? That's tough. I don't know.
Somebody got the Dash EXP joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm thinking of a costume one, well, of course, obviously, Tyrantrum is for the win. I want to see her wear a legendary one.
Oh my gosh.
Just a random legendary costume.
I want to see a Deontay reference. I want to see a Deontay costume.
Yeah, Deontay would be awesome.
Because, the movies are rarely ever canon with the actual
that would be cool.
thing. But just the fact that Bonnie would remember Deontay and have like a Deontay costume, I think that would be a nice little thing to put in there.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Bonnie X Shota? Oh my gosh. No, please.
No.
Please.
No.
Oh my gosh, Bonnie X Max. Can we put a time skip in first before we start talking about that?
Right.
Can we put a time skip in, please? Okay. Although I maybe if they put in the time skip and they use Bonnie and Max as new protagonists, maybe. But Max is kind of like out of style now, so.
Ooh, someone brought a good costume, a Manaphy costume.
A Manaphy. Ooh, I like that. I like that idea.
I'll accept anything because Bonnie looks cute in almost every single gosh dang.
Troll chick costume.
Just a muscular.
Troll chick.
It'll be like the Tyrant episode. It'll be like that'll be why Torchic joins the group. That random Torchic that we've been seeing.
By the way, fun little fact. From what people have been telling me that went to go and watch the movie, apparently Trollchick was there since the very beginning of the movie. Like, it was with the gang during that entire time. It never, appeared later. It was just with them that time.
Trollchick was always here. Since the beginning of the series.
We just never knew.
It's just been there. We've just never seen it. You gotta look real carefully. It's just hidden right there. You know what? I really want to just see a random Torchic in one of these future episodes for X and Y, just for shits and giggles.
Just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, it just comes out of nowhere and be like, "Hey, I'm here, guys."
It's like the Jigglypuff in seasons 1 through 4.
Oh, it just comes out of nowhere, starts singing, especially in the Snorlax episode, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question from Adrian Dutton. I hope I pronounced that correct. Do you think Serena will go to the next region with Ash? This has been talked about a little bit before, but let's just talk about it here, just to get it out of the way.
You want to tackle this one first, then, John?
Yeah. I don't know. Something tells me, something tells me here that a more shipping is gonna mean. I don't want to say a conclusion to Ash's journey and then be completely wrong, and then people are going to use this live stream as proof and be like, "Ha, JPR, you were wrong." But I don't know. I feel like this might be the end for Ash if they use more shipping as a thing, because I think KG's buddy Momo pointed this out on Twitter. Or maybe it wasn't Momo. No, it was somebody else.
Oh, our information bureau.
Yeah. There was something. There was some.
Believe in the Momo.
There was some video though it talked about back when Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back was supposed to be the finale of the series. There was actually a clip in there that showed a married Ash and Misty later on in life. And that was supposed to mean the end of the series. So I'm think that the reason that they're bringing this.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was for the first movie.
Yeah. It was like this teaser trailer, but nothing like that ever made it into the final version of the film. Because obviously Mewtwo Strikes Back never had any of those scenes. But anyway, I feel like the reason they're bringing this whole shipping thing back to life is that maybe something similar like that is going to happen. KG and I talked about this before in a previous video about Rika Matsumoto's career. Of course, she's only like 46, 47 years old, but, you know, she does singing and all this other stuff, and she's probably rolling in big bucks at this point. I don't know how much a voice actor makes or voice actress, but she probably has more than enough, and she can move on to something else. I don't know, but if she moves on and this is Ash's last journey, and he goes with Serena, I don't know. I feel like this is either going to be it, or Serena goes on to the next region, or screw it all, new female protagonist. I don't know. I honestly don't know about this one.
Rika, we need you to do the voice for Ash for the next season of Pokemon. She just pops up out of her pile of money. Wait, what?
No. All right, I'm gonna turn this over. I'm gonna turn this over to either Tyrone or Kevin because I'm very unsure at this point.
All right, so rock, paper, scissors. Who goes first, Tyrone?
Sure.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
All right. I really want to talk about this one just so I can get it out.
Go ahead.
Now regarding Serena going on to the next region with Ash, the only way I'll ever see it happening is if the next region is literally about 10 feet away from the Callos region, just on the right side.
Random Koroway train station leads to nowhere.
Yeah,
Seems legit.
We talked about this actually, where we were talking about that there was a train within the X and Y games. We know that one of them leads you back to Lumio City, and the other one leads you to I forgot what that place was called, but it was with the the park and whatnot.
Oh yeah, Kyloud City. That's what it is.
Yeah. And there was another train there, but we don't know exactly where it goes to, and we've been speculating that maybe that side of the train will potentially be the thing that'll lead us to the next, region and whatnot. So if that's going to be the case, I would love to see the X and Y family move on. But
yeah, not just Serena, but also Clement and Bonnie, because this whole
I want everyone to come back. I don't want somebody to be left behind, because I feel like the reason why the anime is as is right now is because of all these four respective characters. Each of these characters bring a unique feel to the series, from Bonnie's gags to Clement's inventions, the more shipping, and Ash just being as competent as can possibly be. I feel like these four characters, when put together, do phenomenal things,
Right.
So I would love to see them all come back because they're a family. That's how I see them as. That's pretty much like, if the end of the X and Y series is done, the way I'm gonna see the X and Y series is basically the X and Y family group, So I just hope that within the next region, everybody comes back, not just Serena, but also, Clement and Bonnie.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. I want to see everybody come back, but that also kind of makes you also think about what are they going to do in the next region, because it's like, yeah, okay, we got an idea for Serena because of the whole try Pokemon and whatnot, but what about Clement or Bonnie? I'm assuming the next region is Clement still going to continue trying to go and find a girl?
I mean, of course, there's that gym leader situation where, like, okay, we need you to come back and be a gym leader, except I don't know what happened with Silent. I completely forget Silent's excuse for leaving the series, because Chili and Crest, didn't they go back and take over the gym by themselves, or what? I don't know, but for some reason, God, I'm getting my names mixed up. Silent decided to stay in Kanto or Johto. I don't know why, because he later met up with Brock in a side story episode.
Right, I remember that.
So I don't recall exactly what Silent was going to be doing in either Johto or Kanto, but
the thing with Silent is he has brothers that can take the gym for him. I don't think it's wise to leave the gym to Clembot the whole time.
That is true, and that's what
I'm talking about. That's the greatest idea.
That's what I'm thinking of. It's like there's going to be another Clembot malfunction, and then there's going to be like, okay, Clembot's getting old, that dent on his head's getting bigger, he's developing more and more mental illnesses. We need Clement to come back and be like the permanent gym leader, because this just isn't working out.
Breaking the rule of robotics.
Yes, I hope that isn't the case, but if Clement's going to get axed, then I feel like that will be the reason.
Ooh. But yeah, like, okay, if we're gonna talk about the finale for the X and Y series, if one's gonna go, I want all of them to go.
Right.
Because one of the things that always makes me kind of think about this is that yay, we're gonna see them move on to the next region, but I don't want them to be like how it was handled with Brock, where Brock was just sort of there to be there, nothing more, nothing less. I kind of want these characters to be fully fleshed out and be done perfectly. Like leave the series on a high note,
Yeah.
basically. And X and Y is doing that right now. So I think that we should end it off on a high note rather than leave it with a sour taste in our mouths, you know?
Like, yeah, like what you just brought up. This is, and this actually goes into a question that I saw earlier in the chat. Um, it was like, will Pokemon mature? I believe Pokemon has matured. Like, let's look at Ash in the first episode when he tried to catch a Pidgey. He literally took his pajama shirt
He bagged
and
it.
like tried to bag the Pidgey. I think Ash has come a long way from. Let's compare that to him trying to catch Fletchling. Okay, so in Fletchling, he literally told Froakie, we need a plan. The plan consisted of them fighting in like this mountain region, Froakie making a substitution off of his Frubbles and attacking Fletchling with Water Pulse from behind. I think Ash is matured.
Yeah, Ash is definitely getting a lot better in the XY series. Of course, I've brought this up several times in the past before, but I feel like the highlight of Ash's maturity in the XY series is when Pikachu was blinded by Inkay's ink, and
Yeah.
Ash had to essentially be Pikachu's eyes and ears during that whole thing and command Pikachu how to battle while Pikachu is blinded. So I thought that was a really good scene. I love that episode just for that reason alone. But there,
Whereas when Pikachu got blinded in the third episode of Pokemon by coughing, it just couldn't battle.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
just like, okay, Pikachu's unable to battle. No more crap going on here. But
Wait a minute, do you think that was a reference then to the original series?
dun, dun, dun.
I hope so, because that definitely shows how far Ash has gotten.
Yeah, I know. This series has definitely matured. And once again, I'll bring it up. It's because we're rated PG now, so a lot can happen now within this series.
That
And
is
I'm not
true.
just saying that because it's PG and whatnot, but I feel like it's true. I feel like ever since the rating has changed, they've been more open in terms of what they can do now. There's a lot more things in the series that they've never really done much beforehand that they're able to do here.
Yeah,
At least that's what I'm thinking.
even with general episodes and
I'll go rewind back.
oh,
Go ahead, John.
oh, okay. But even with the general episodes, it seems like besides the brothers episode that we mentioned earlier, they haven't really been playing it safe as much. There's been some interesting plots, some interesting stuff that's been going on. Of course, like we mentioned in the brothers episode, it's one of those everyone wins type deals that we expect out of the older Pokemon episodes. But I'm just gonna let Tyrone go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna counter that whole little like the PG thing. I will say the original Pokemon series actually did try to like throw in jokes in there that were like, whoa now, whoa. Like I don't.
Band episode.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they like season one has tons of band episodes, and I'm not even talking about the Porygon stuff.
Yeah,
It's
the
like,
Porygon's its own
Jane
thing.
gets hit.
Yes, that in itself is a very yeah.
Yeah, I think
Let's not talk about it.
yeah, comedically, I believe that the original series was more like aimed for an older audience because of the jokes that they
And there was like the
used.
Meowthos
But-
dressed up as Hitler in episode 39 or something like
Yeah,
that, and you're just like,
then
what
when he
is?
got the gun at the Brock and Ash and the Safari?
Yeah, they have them like at point blank range, and you're just like, can we? Is this a kid show anymore?
Was it even a kid show to begin with?
Yeah, really.
Right. And in the original episode of the Squirtles episode, without the dub, they just said they'll up and kill Misty. Whereas in the dub, they said they'll just dye her hair like purple or something.
Oh well, that's the
Jeez.
dub for you.
What has happened since then?
They childed it down quite a bit since then.
Yeah, because remember there was that out of nowhere fantasy that Ash had in the Squirtle Squad episode where he sees like Misty like falling and he's like Misty, and it's like, well, wait, they didn't say they're gonna throw her off a cliff. They said they were gonna dye her hair, and yeah, so that didn't really make it much sense in the English dub. But I actually just saw two good questions go by.
Is it the one about Mountain Dew or Doritos?
Oh no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. There were two good questions. I don't know which one we should do. One of them was, do you ever think that AZ is gonna appear in the anime? And the other one,
Oh, I saw that question too.
yeah, and the other one was, what is your least favorite female companion? So which one are we gonna tackle first?
Let's talk about the AZ one first because I think
Yeah.
yeah, because I think Tyrone really wants to go talk.
All right, we'll let Tyrone go first then.
Okay, first off, I like if they're gonna put in. I hope they put in AZ really bad because they did it with N, and I was actually surprised they did it with N because game-wise, N was very philosophical.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so if they put in AZ, first I wonder if they're gonna put in his Pokemon because his Pokemon are kind of a reference to him.
How he's like so
All
old.
his Pokemon are really old.
Yeah.
Yeah, Torkoal, Sigilyph, and the Golrock, all ancient Pokemon. But like if they put AZ in, I wonder are they gonna do like they did in Best Wishes and give him his own saga?
Like, oh, you mean like a dedicated arc, basically?
Yeah, because remember in Pokemon Best Wishes, there was Pokemon Best Wishes in episode.
Yeah, that was the thing.
So, Pokemon the series X and Y Season 2, Episode AZ.
Pokemon X and Y AZ. That's a lot.
Oh God.
Pokemon X, Y, Z. There we go.
There you go. Okay. Pokemon XYZ.
There we go.
There we go.
There
And
we
that's
go.
another reason that a lot of us think that this should be the final send off for Ash because it's literally the end of the alphabet. XYZ.
Yep. That works. That works.
Yeah, you know, like whatever. In terms of like whatever they decide to go in terms of the route for AZ, I'm all down for it as long as we get to see AZ in the anime because one of the things I always bring up from time to time is I feel like, the anime has been doing a really well job on expanding the character in terms of their personality and, characteristics compared to the games and whatnot. And I've mentioned this way back then when we got to see Diantha make an appearance within the anime, and I thought they did a really well done job on her in her debut in the anime. Also with Karina as well, they really expanded her character with the whole Karina-based arc and whatnot.
Right.
So I feel like, having AZ here, I think there might be a lot that they might have had planned to put into the game, but they didn't have time to put it in there, and instead it's going to be used into the anime. You never really know. I think it would be pretty awesome to see that kind of be brought into the anime, just because I feel like there's a lot of potential that they could do because they have more time to go and create these set episodes, but we'll have to wait and see until that moment comes, of course.
Yeah, like Tyrone said, N was a very philosophical character in the Black and White games, but it felt like, to me at least, that when he was put in the anime, his whole thing was catching Pokemon is wrong and nothing else. Like, I didn't get any other vibe from N in the anime other than that. And, like, he had, like, a whole truth and ideals thing also to correspond with that in the games. But it feels like that the whole truth and ideal thing was left very untouched in the anime.
Well, they had to remember it was kids. They couldn't, like, get all deep with kids.
It wasn't PG yet, so it was just G.
God.
So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they actually they don't water down AZ's backstory like they did with N's in the anime. I'm hoping that he has I hope they at least keep in his backstory, even though it's a little bit dark how he does mass genocide to the entire region. Okay, maybe watered down just a little bit, but not too much. Not too much. Just keep his backstory in there and maybe expand on his personality a little bit, like KG said.
Yeah.
Dum, 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 dum. Holy shit.
Alright, let's see if we got any more questions.
What was the female one?
Oh yeah, what is your least favorite female?
Dawn.
Yeah, Dawn, or Iris. I don't know. It's tough for me because Iris.
Wow, you guys just responded fast.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I'll explain mine after you guys get done with yours.
Yeah, we'll do KG's first because we haven't let him say
Yeah,
it.
KG, what is your least favorite?
Dawn.
Across the board.
Good job, Don. All tens, all tens.
Okay,
Moving
okay.
So we don't have to explain this. We can just say Don and move on.
Yeah, just say the name Don and let's just go. Look, okay, first of all, I want to say, before people decide to go and say, "Oh, well, Don's my favorite character." Well, that's your opinion, and I
Yeah,
respect that.
Yeah.
good.
I respect your opinion in terms of if you like this character more than I do, or if I like this character more than you do. You know, this is just our different, opinions. Of course, this isn't the truth. We're not speaking truths right here. We're just speaking our opinions. And if you enjoy Dawn as a character, go ahead, continue to love her as a character. It's just that thanks to the dub destroying Dawn, I just don't enjoy
Oh,
this.
Jesus, yes, the Dawn's dub
The
voice.
dub kind of killed it for me, and I feel like
It's not just the dub that did it for me, so I
not
can
just saying
explain.
I
that's
feel
one
like
of the
her whole
reasons.
thing was just a redo of May's, though, and that was what made it the most uninteresting character development for me personally.
Yeah. Dawn feels like a copy of a lot of things. Like she even starts off her journey like Ash.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up late. Oh my god, I can't find where I'm going. Oh, here it is. Oh, my starter Pokemon won't listen to me. Oh, it listened to me when I tried to save it against wild
There
Pokemon.
have been some good YouTube poops of Dawn though. I don't know if you guys watch any of
Yeah.
those, but there was this one where Dawn's like wandering around Sandgem Town because she can't find Professor Owen's lab, and she walks into like this Nintendo meeting, and they're just like, "What are you doing here?" So
Now we're wandering Dawn to be a thing.
so Dawn has had she's gotten us some good material on YouTube, but other than that, I can't praise her for too much.
I will elaborate on how I don't like Dawn more in like later videos, either between Dean, KG, and you, or like later. But sure, long story short, Dawn.
You want to just give a little snippet just before people decide to go sour on us?
I don't like how one, like you said, the dub ruined her, and I just don't like how Dawn is. We've seen it already.
Mhm.
Like May's done it better. Everything that remember that Dragon Ball Z Abridged movie where Cooler comes back and they're all like, Frieza did it, Frieza did it. May did it. Yeah, May did it already.
Yep.
Like, May did it all.
Yeah.
Oh boy! Hey, by the way, just a little before I say, Michael Gunnels tells us that Don's only best for YouTube poop. That is all.
Yep, that's it.
Wow.
Pretty much.
There we go.
I mean,
Her Pokemon are interesting. I'll give her that.
I mean,
I
going.
love the romance between not Bunnelby, between Baneri and Pikachu. Bunnelby and Pikachu now.
Bunnelby and Pikachu shipping
Baneri.
confirmed.
Yes, Baneri.
Why did you make a new shipping, KG? Darn it.
Oh God, this live stream is ruined.
Okay.
So, going back to my Iris comment, though, I mean, even though I never liked Iris's character just because she was there just to say, "Oh, Ash, you're such a little kid," I mean, I'm always thinking of the fact that we always get these little montages of people watching Ash at the Pokemon League, like all the people that Ash has known watching him at the Pokemon League on television, and yet you're thinking, okay, I know Unova's like way far away from the other regions, but wouldn't these people like Iris know that Ash is kind of like a very respected and accomplished trainer from these other regions?
Right.
I mean, that was one of the good things I liked about the Battle Dome episode from Battle Frontier, was that they actually acknowledged, they were like, okay, he came top 16 in the Indigo League, and top 8 in Johto, and top 8 in Hoenn, and they gave him like this whole
And Max
big...
was a smart ass.
Yeah, they gave him like this whole big freaking party, and when he came in, like the paparazzis all around him, like, oh, you've been in 3 Pokemon leagues, congratulations! And that was one of the things I liked about that episode a lot. And I don't like the inconsistency there, where Ash can suddenly be like a giant superstar in one episode, and yet he's being called a little kid by this girl who only has an Axew only a season or 2 later. So I don't know. Moving on to the next question, because I feel like we've dwelt too much on this one.
Let's see right here. Besides people talking about Bunnelby X Baneri shipping and all that, let's see. Mucha also asks, how would Grace feel if she found out about Serena's crush? And in all honesty, I don't think she's gonna say much of a difference.
Yeah, she's a mom.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
think she'll probably like react like how Clement's father did.
Like a little tease.
Yeah, like a little tease and whatnot. I think
How
that might.
dare you fall in love with that Kanto boy?
We don't like people from Kanto around here.
It's just this unnecessary plagiarism out of
Serena,
nowhere.
Serena, you know he's from the boonies. He'll be like Trip all over again.
The Goonies.
The
The Goomies.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's
The
a new
Goomies.
word. That's a new word now. The Goomies.
Yes.
The Goomies. You like that boy, that there boy from the Kanto region?
Racism.
Oh my god. This is so great.
Oh, I
It
know.
just turned into unnecessary prejudice.
Oh boy. Let's see here.
Like, she could let her being a performer fly, but
This is a little too much even for her.
I know. I know.
Oh, I got a really good question though.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever see Palermo again in the next Tri-Pokemon performance? We only seen her once, and since then she's not appeared at all whatsoever.
I'm surprised we actually didn't see her in the last Tri-Pokemon line where Serena won. I was thinking she might be there just to see Serena's development. I feel like we are gonna see her obviously at the last performance between Serena and
I'm
Arya.
actually glad that she didn't show up in this one because I want her to see Serena fall, and then the next time she sees her again is like, hey, I've gotten 3 contest keys.
So it's not like a
Like,
sudden. She's not suddenly seeing Serena
If
rise
she
up through
shows
the
up
ranks.
every time Serena does something, it loses its luster to me.
That is true. That is true. So I think they're not gonna wear her out. It's gonna be like sideshow Bob appearances on The Simpsons. You know, it has to happen very rarely. So,
Yeah, and I think they did well enough. They showed the contest where she won. They showed her friends, her family, Sycamore. Yeah, everybody saw the one she won.
hmm
Yeah. How long have we been going on now that I think about this?
about an hour and 20 minutes, which means I only have 10 minutes left in this live stream because I think we
To
agreed
me,
on
it's
an
been
hour and a
30.
half. Yeah, to Tyrone, he just got here. This stream just started.
It honestly felt like we've been at this for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't feel like it.
All right, so we have
Yeah.
10 minutes left, so let's do rapid fire. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah, rapid fire. Let's go.
Okay.
Where can I get
Will
Tyrone's-
Ash Age.
How can I? Where can I get Tyrone's TV? Amazon. He's already got it up.
Amazon. You can also get it on iTunes.
Oh, we're talking about my songs?
Yeah, your mixtape, man. Your hot and fire mixtape right here. You know, I don't know, everywhere. You just find it everywhere. The VNR for all I care.
What would happen if Misty-
Annoying, freaking annoying,
What-
annoying.
What would
And
happen
yeah,
if
it's a
Misty
little
or
snippet
Serena
preview of
met?
what you could be expecting from the song. So yeah. So okay, let's see. Moving on to more questions here, so we can.
Do you think
know.
Misty and Serena will meet? I don't know. I can't
No.
see Misty coming into Callos for
Yeah,
any
they dropped
reason.
Misty off in Chronicles World.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think Iris will appear again before the league?
Okay, her honestly has a much better chance of returning to the series, just because obviously they've been having this kind of role with bringing back characters from the past series and putting them into.
Yeah, that's more likely because it's a running thing.
Plus, she got a Gibble recently, which means she's probably in line to try and evolve it into Garchomp.
hmm
I think she's gonna look very unique though, because obviously in Best Wishes, the characters were a lot more shorter due to the animation styles.
She comes
my
back in her
goodness,
champion
Ethan.
gown. Yes.
Yes!
She comes back in her champion gown from Black 2 and White 2. Let's make it happen.
Yes.
I'm still waiting for my Best Wishes OST. Where is that?
I know. We need it. We need it a lot.
I think we got it in Japan. We didn't get it in
No, it still hasn't released. The only time it's ever released was in the Best Wishes, where it had the first opening and the first ending, but it only came with 4 songs from the first few episodes of Best Wishes, and that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the one where Iris fought against Claire.
How many
Oh.
episodes away do you think we are from Ash meeting Team Flare or Alan or Lysander?
You want me to tackle this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, I'm loving the fact that they're being held off this long because this is the longest they've ever held a team, like held an evil organization team.
Well, Team Plasma sort of varies because they had that.
No, Team Plasma was early. It was when Ash got his third badge,
Well,
but they had to cancel.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So.
Yeah, white Team Plasma was. Black Team Plasma came like much later.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta say, this is the longest, and this is the best way they've done it. They've split it off into two completely different series that will eventually become one.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, this is the best way to come at it. And I'm guessing after Ash gets his 7th badge, before they do that 8th one, all of that saga is gonna be devoted to Team Flare, Lysandre, Mega Evolution, and the line.
Yeah. Quick question though for both of you guys. Because I was talking about this a while back for opening related stuff. Who would you like to see perform the next opening for if we were to ever get a Team Flare arc? Because to me personally, I want to see Rika come out and do the performance for.
Definitely Rika. Definitely Rika.
Yeah.
No.
Sprite.
No hesitation.
Come on, Spurt's best opening out of nowhere.
I think most people come to a consensus that either Spurt or The Greatest Every Day are some of the best openings. Although I do think that B and Arrow is up there as well.
I was just gonna say B and Arrow because of the whole N arc.
Yes.
So you think Rika is going to be the one that's going to host basically the openings for villain arcs in a way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love that. I would totally love that.
Do you think we'll see Professor Oak again before the XY series is over?
Oh yeah.
Oh heck yes.
Maybe on a phone call during the Callos League or something like that. But at the very least, that'll be what happens. But I can see him journeying over to Callos if there's ever another Professor Sycamore and Mega Evolution episode like there was with Garchomp's Mega Bond episode. If there's another episode involving that, I can see like Clement's dad, Sycamore, and Professor Oak like all working together on a Mega Evolution project. Because does Professor Oak even know Mega Evolution exists yet?
Probably, because they just never really showcased it off screen.
Yeah, I don't think we've heard anything about Professor Oak in regards to Mega Evolution so far. So that'll be interesting because I think he has to have some sort of role in that. I mean, it's obviously a giant new concept. You think he'd be all over it in the Kalos region, but I guess we just have to wait.
Yep. Let's see with more questions here. Who's your favorite professor?
Sycamore, so fabulous.
I love that marvelous. There you go.
Fantastically French theme in the games as well is fantastic. So yeah.
I like the picture where it's like they show all the list of all the professors, and then it shows Juniper and Sycamore, and they were like, okay.
These two got so hot.
Yeah, it's like, so when did all these professors start getting hot? And somebody in the comment section goes, you mean to tell me Professor Oak ain't hot?
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh.
But yeah, Sycamore is the most fun.
Yeah, Sycamore is the most fun.
Oh, but like the scene where Serena won and he's all like marvelous and he tries to hug the girls but falls, like that was gold. That describes Sycamore one scene.
I saw this one
like
dude.
he flirts with women and it probably would work in normal standards, but it's a kid's show, so he has to get shut down.
I saw this one post. It was like, every time that Ash visits Sycamore's lab, it gets destroyed. So how much modeling doesn't he have to do to get all of that repaired?
Ooh.
Sycamore, male model, making it rain and getting his lab repaired like no tomorrow.
Jeez.
I think it was actually destroyed like twice in 10 episodes at the very beginning of the season. So yeah, that was interesting. Do you think that Ash's Noibat will be like his Gliscor?
I mean, Noibat already perfected flying at this point. I mean, in the recent episode, it was flying perfectly fine.
Yeah, it got over it. It got over its crying and its baby streak very much faster.
I hope the crying still exists though.
Yeah,
the crying existed in the flying episode in the relay race.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it still has the crying attribute included, but we just didn't see it during that episode. So yeah, hopefully in the future. Hopefully we get to see some new moves as well as time progresses on.
That is true, because it only has Supersonic right now, so there's definitely potential for whatever Noibat can have.
I want Supersonic to evolve into Boom Burst or whatever that move was.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I always love that when it has a move, like one example in particular is during the Sinnoh League, Ash's Infernape, like he commands it to use Flame Wheel, and it powers up into Flare Blitz. And I'm like, I like that when one move just powers up into another one like that.
Pikachu,
So
use quick attack. Boom, boom, tackle.
That
Wait,
was great.
okay, maybe that was a little too extreme, but yeah, I still like it like that.
Okay, so let's end it off with this question right here. And this is a question I honestly am really interested in. What are your thoughts on who Ash's last Pokemon is going to be?
Ooh, good
Because
question.
I've seen Momo also tell me this as well, that Momo believes that what was that Pokemon? Bergmite, that ice Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, Bergmite?
If
It's
it's
gonna be the sixth member of Ash's team.
yeah, if it's
If
not
they're
gonna be
doing anything like, go ahead.
if it's not gonna be something recurring like Charizard or Gudra, I would like it to either be Bergmite or Phantump. He doesn't have a Ghost type yet, I believe, unless that unofficial
Or Grass
Hunter
type.
counts.
Team Skidoo.
Yeah, he needs
Yeah,
he needs a Grass
I was
type.
thinking on Bergmite or Skidoo.
So I'm hoping Bergmite or Phantump. Those are my two hopes. So I believe that's just about all the time that we have. Thank you both KG and Tyrone for joining me this evening. I appreciate it a lot.
No problem at all.
And thank you all you guys for watching. We have about 80 people here, which is quite a successful live stream. And thank you guys for all the likes as well. I appreciate all the comments, all the questions, all the Twitter stuff as well. You guys are amazing for supporting this stream. So I will be going on vacation tomorrow, and I will be leaving for the next 8 days. But KG and I actually have a discussion that is already uploaded. I just have it on private. I also have another Pokemon Mega Speculation video on private. And so I'm going to be changing both of those to public sometime in the next week, so you guys won't have to go like a full week without watching a video. But anyway, if KG or Tyrone have any final words, I will let them say them now.
All right, Tyrone, you want to do this one first, and then I'll end mine.
Crap, I don't have anything.
Well, there's it.
You're gonna put me on the spotlight like that.
Okay, fine. I'll do that first then. No, but really, in all honesty, I'm super grateful to finally, be part of a live stream and talk with so many people who've been asking so much questions and asking us, oh, sorry, Maripi, that I couldn't answer your question. But yeah, I'm just so happy to finally, be a part of something like this. It's great to interact with the community. It's great to just be there and seeing all the support, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just awesome. I mean, like, look at this. Look at all these questions and all these people saying bye and whatnot.
Yeah, I do have a short little thing. Like I said, because even though I freaking busted into this chat.
Just broke her in.
All A-team style. I do appreciate how everybody appreciates our conversations on Pokemon, and how many of our fans just loved our running gags. Bonnie knows I see is on the thing right now. I love the impact that we've all made to the Pokemon community. So I really do want to thank each and every one of you for your support.
Yeah, seriously, we love you so much for that. It's just astounding, especially since it's the fact that we just did this at like out of nowhere time.
Yeah, we threw this whole thing together in like less than an hour. So
yeah, like less than an hour before this live stream happened. That was great.
But you guys still supported us, so we are very thankful for that. So once again, thank you guys for showing up and for leaving your likes down below and everything else.
So many people are asking Tyrone for your mixtape, man. When are you going?
Oh yeah, let's get that. Let's make a video on that soon.
When's your mixtape coming out, man? Can you give him a date at least?
I don't know. I gotta get it done, get it done.
That's great. That's great.
Great.
Anyway, if we missed some of you guys' questions, then we apologize. Can't take everything because there's just a flood of stuff in YouTube comments. It's just like, yay, we're gonna screw you guys over by putting you in oblivion, but oh well. Anyway, thank you guys once again for watching, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Peace.